Yo, pardon me. I ain't got my tripod. You know, you gotta do things in a landscape format for the long form videos on your YouTube. But anyway, we are the energy we create. So if we want to create the right energy, we got to be mentally strong. You know, and with mentally strong comes with a lot of requirements that we could do on a daily basis. Something as simple as taking a morning walk like I'm doing right now. Running, which is what I do also. But walking actually gives you an extended opportunity to gather ideas, change your mindset, and think, you know, because it helps your body, you know, taking information a lot better when you're walking. Yeah, walking is very beneficial. You know, I like to run, but I rather walk more. I'm a big walker. Walking takes a lot more of your time, but walking is very, very beneficial. It allows you to clear your mind, get rid of declutterness. You know how they tell you all the time, if you're in an argument, you're in a fight, yo, go walk it off. Go walk it off. Go for a walk, man. Go cool off. Yeah, you're gonna cool off when you walk. You know, and pay attention to where you walk too. I like to walk around trees. I like to walk around nature. When I used to live by the beach, I used to love just walking on the boardwalk and just hearing the ocean, not even really listening to any music, just listening to the background noise and just taking it all in. You know, now I live in like more of a city-like area, so there's a lot of cars and shit going by, but I try to be as close as possible to nature. So I walk to the park. You know, I used to do grounding and stuff, but dogs be, you know, doing what they do. So I don't really be going grounding and all that. But I try to ground as much as I can. But just find a place where you're around nature and go for a walk. And little do you know how much of an impact it would be just to walk around nature. But yes, walking is very beneficial. You know, it's good for your bones. It's good for cardiovascular health. It's good for your everything. Like the sun's out, you know, you get that sunlight, that circadian rhythm, which is your internal body clock. You know, activate that pineal gland, all type of things, you know. But yeah. But anyway, sometimes like I'm getting accustomed to talking while I'm walking to a camera, because I'm normally worried about people looking at me and all that. But that's a self-conscious thing that I'm gonna get it better with the more I record videos. The first step is me actually recording videos, because I'm very to myself. I'm an introvert, but opening up and allowing myself to just talk to a camera and upload it to YouTube and not worry about the views and the comments I might receive, and hopefully they're all positive. And if they aren't, then it's okay. I wish y'all all peace and happiness, because I mean, it's easy to say something negative. Say something right. If I'm giving you negative, then you have a right to say something negative. But if I'm giving y'all something positive, then it should be nothing but love. Because I might not know y'all from a hole in the wall, but if I could, just by watching this video that's raw, it's not theatric, we're not using lights, we're not using 8K cameras, just using an iPhone, and we're going for a walk. Yo, it's just raw, pure content. A person just giving their perspective, you know? My Apple Watch just said I was walking, so I was just making sure it's recording my walk. But yeah, but back to the benefits of walking. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of other things: cardiovascular, blood pressure, you know, bone health. The list goes on. But you should get out and walk. I like to walk early in the morning. Not 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, but I like to get out around like 8:39. Like I said, the sun is beaming right now. Get that circadian rhythm. It's good for your skin. It's good for all of that stuff. But yeah, and I love to see elderly people who mostly have a sedentary lifestyle. They're out walking. I think that's a beauty to see a person putting their time into themselves. And I see a lot of young dudes, young people like myself, younger, that sit on their ass. They don't really want to do much. Get out and exercise, man. Listen, it's 24 hours in a day. Take that 24 hours and value it. Break it down in increments. You know, there's a book that I read. Don't know the author's name off top. It's called The Other 8 Hours, right? It breaks the book down into 3 sections. If you think about it, it's 24 hours in a day. 8 times 3 is 24, right? So 8 hours, this is how your day starts out. 8 hours you sleep, supposedly, you're supposed to sleep 8 hours. 8 hours you sleep, 8 hours you work, and after that, you have an additional 8 hours. What are you doing with those other 8 hours? That's something you need to ponder, because it's true. What are you doing with the other 8 hours? And a lot of us probably not even sleeping 8 hours. So give or take, you probably have like 10 or 12 hours of free time. What are you doing with that? How are you spending that time? But a lot of people don't look at that. They say they don't have time, but bro, you don't have 30 minutes to 1 hour of time to put into yourself to exercise or meditate or read or do anything beneficial that's gonna prolong your life, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, all type of things like that. We spend too much time. Listen, I'm gonna say this real quick. Go on your Instagram and look at your screen time. All right, go on your iPhone setting and see your screen time. If you're spending too much time on apps and not enough time on yourself, that's the problem. So think about that. You have 8 hours to do whatever you want. And I recommend that book, and I'm gonna talk about that on another video. I'm just happen to bring it up right now because it actually makes sense. Because time is precious, man. We can actually control our time. Before I wrap this up, let's talk about time. People talk about, oh, time is going by so fast, man. Life is too short. Nah, life ain't too short, bro. Life is not too short. Like, we're like one of the very few mammals that can live long. Think about a dog. Think about other animals that live 10, 15 years max. Think about how they value their day. You know, I wish dog gets to stay home, be lazy, enjoy their day. Yes, that's what it is. It's all about how you see yourself. You don't have to waste and do so many different things, or don't have time for this or don't have time for that. You can make time, but you gotta make time. To make time, in order to have time, you have to make time. And that's something that comes from within that you had to figure out. But stop saying that life too short and the days are going by too fast. They're not. We all share the same 24 hours. What you do with those 24 hours is what you do with them. I don't see time going by fast because I slow it down to be able to enjoy the things that I love to do. And if I can't, it's gonna be days I don't get to do what I gotta do. But guess what? It is what it is. But I'm for sure locked back in and I try to figure out how I'm gonna get myself right. So this is a raw video. Raw as fuck. I'm probably not even gonna do much editing on this shit. I'm gonna be honest. There was a part I shot another video and I kind of probably gonna cut that in off and just put it together. But listen, I already made it to my destination. I'm about to just do some pull-ups and shit, stretch my back right here, over in that section right there. I'm about to do my joint. But yeah, hopefully this YouTube channel grows and I get people that actually get inspired and influenced by my words, you know, my creativity, my art. But yeah, so Moody Boy TV, I'm signing out. Follow the social media links, all that type of good shit. All right, Ectomorph gang, all right? This is for everyone, but specifically my ectomorphs, all right? If you don't know what an ectomorph is, it's 3 body types. We're going to talk about that later, but I am an ectomorph. So if you hear me screaming out ectomorph, salute to all my slim people, salute to all my hard gainers. There's a world for us in this health field. There's a world for us in this weightlifting and this bodybuilding shit. It is. All right? We don't got to look like fucking Goku. All right? We don't got to look like that. We can be slim, powerful people, okay? So salute, we out.